Hey everyone, I'm Rosie and welcome back to my channel. Today I have sort of an interesting idea, bear with me. I think it would be really funny if I made an art gallery on my Crocs. So I got these like backing things for charms to put on your Crocs that like fit into the holes and so they stay stuck on your Crocs. So I got some of these backings and I thought it'd be fun to make some little mini collages, put some frames around them, stick them to my Crocs, and I could have, like a couple pieces of art and I could wear them on my Crocs. And I don't know, I just think this will be a really fun, interesting little exercise. So let's jump into it. So the first thing I found are some frames. And I think this is a really good place to start because I want these to feel really real. So I found this page in a magazine of these like gold ornate frames. And I think these are like the perfect size for the Crocs. They're not too big, not too small. Although the collage I'm gonna have to make to fit in these frames is gonna be so small. It's funny because I made a making small collages video a couple months ago, but those collages are huge compared to these. So it's gonna be kind of a fun challenge, I think. But the fact that these are like really ornate looking, I think will make it feel like even more real. The other thing I wanna do is glue this page to cardstock and cut these frames out separately, because I think then if I put the frame separately on top of the finished collage, there'll be that like little bit of dimension and that will make it feel like just even more real. Now, the next step I think is finding a bunch of small images to collage with, because these are really tiny. So I'm gonna go and just kind of like collect a bunch of small things and start sort of seeing what we can make with them. So I found an assortment of things. Now let's talk about maybe some of my ideas. So I found this famous painting, American Gothic, in an encyclopedia, and I thought maybe it'd be funny to take their heads out and replace them with, I don't know, maybe fruit or vegetables or maybe animal heads. I don't know, something kind of funny. And I like that this is like a famous painting, and so it kind of fits with the theme, but I could make a little twist on it. Oh, so there's something about this VW bus that I kind of like, and maybe it could be driving, I don't know, in space or underwater. And I kind of thought maybe this rainbow could be coming out the back. So and maybe this is too big. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna know until the frames are cut out and everything. This dolphin was just like too cute and too small not to pull out. Oh, and then these two full images are you're probably thinking like, those are definitely too big. But what I liked about these is there were some vignettes in here that I think I could pull out. So this little kid playing, like stacking these blocks, I think I could take just the hand and just the blocks, take this out of the scene and put it on like a landscape. So it's like this hand is coming out from nowhere, building these blocks in this landscape. I think this one will work, and I also think it's small enough. So I think that this is a very good contender. The second one, the full page image I found, is this lady cooking. And I thought maybe I could cut out the liquid from the bowl and maybe some of the steam in her hand and the spoon and put it in a lake in a landscape. So it's like she's cooking in a lake. And so this idea I like a lot, but it might be a little bit too big. And I also have to find a lake that's like kind of this exact size. So that one's a little bit more complicated, but I think that there are sort of like some good ideas going around. So I'm gonna start playing with some things, try to find maybe some backgrounds for these and get the frames cut out, because I think that will sort of tell me if I'm too large or the right size. So that's what I'm thinking. Let's continue on. So unfortunately, I think some of the things I got are maybe a little bit too big for the frames. Like I don't think the American Gothic is gonna work, or the bus, which is kind of sad, or this hand. Let's try these. Okay, the block, the kid building a block still might work. Yeah, that's probably not gonna work. Oh boy. All right, you gotta rethink. So I got this kid's arm who's like building the blocks cut out. And so now I want to try to find a background that maybe we can use. And I'm thinking just like a landscape might just be simple. It's going to be so small that probably doesn't matter. So let's just try this. And I think we're going to use this frame, I think. Yeah, okay. So then we got the blocks. Like even that is pretty nice. And I kind of like the green and the purple in the background. Like it's kind of a nice little background. So I'm gonna hold on to this image because I think it might work. So first piece of art done. I'm gonna let this dry a little bit before I cut it out from this paper. And let's see what next piece we can make. So this next one is gonna be maybe a little bit tricky because of how big everything is. And I have my biggest frame here, but I would love to take this lady who's cooking and take her arm and the spoon and maybe some of the steam and pair it with a lake. So I have this nice little like sort of landscape right here, and I'm thinking I can cut a little line and stick the spoon in the lake and her hand coming up, and that might be kind of like a fun little thing, like she's cooking into the lake. So let's see if we can make this one work. All right, second piece of art is done. Let's try to make one more. With this last one, I want to do something with this dolphin and the rainbow coming off of it, but I need to find sort of the right background. I mean, it might just be like a sky in the background. I think that might be like the simplest thing to do. I also have this planet that maybe I could like put in the corner. I mean, I guess I could like put this in space. That actually might be fun. Let's try that. All right, third piece of art is done. I'm gonna let these three dry and then we will come back, attach the backing pieces and get these on my Crocs. Okay, actually I have one more before I'm done. So this lady's face kind of fits pretty well in here. And then I found these sort of like weird eyeballs on whatever this page was, I don't really remember, but I think I should cut some of these out and put them on her eyes and she might look a little bit crazy and I think that might be fun. So let's see what that looks like. All right, now I have all 4 glued up. I'm gonna let these dry, then we'll add the backings for the Crocs and put them on my Crocs and see how they look. These look so incredible, all framed up. Like, they look so good. They look like real mini works of art. Like, my Crocs are gonna look like a museum gallery. Like, I'm so excited. We now just need to add the little backings to affix them to my Crocs, and then I'm so excited to see what they're gonna look like. All right, so I have my frames here and the backings are all glued to them. Now I'm gonna see if they work on the Crocs, and I'm really excited to see how this is gonna look. All right, let's start with the big one. Oh my God, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. Oh my goodness. These are so fun. I love it. They actually look like really little pieces of art with the frames. It's like a little mini art gallery for my feet. This was such a fun little activity to do today. They're so funny. Oh my God. I really love this. And now it makes me want to have more. This makes me want to print out my normal collages at a smaller size so I could put them on my Crocs. Or you could print out famous paintings, like, I don't know, the Mona Lisa or something. This is such a funny, this is such a funny idea, and I had so much fun creating these. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next Thursday for another collage video. Bye!